Alrighty, what is up everybody? We are back at it with Shadowrun Dragonfall. I was super hyped to get back into this because I've been really having a lot of fun. We may do some more single-player RPGs in the future. I am definitely down to. I love them. But let me know what you guys think. So, where we left off at last time, we found some DVDs while searching for what caused our Decker's death when she was hacking into it. Monica got fried. But we found another Decker who died under the same circumstances, but they had a collection of DVDs. So right now, we're on our way to try to see if we can find a DVD player to glean what info we can off them. The Cruise Bazaar. Your team makes its way back to the nearest U-Bahn station. 20 minutes later, you're on a return trip to the Cruise Bazaar, leaving the filth of the Dragonfall far behind, but the image of Green Winter's twisted corpse continues to linger in your mind. You lift one of the discs you pulled from Winter's safe to the light. Reflections dance off of its surface. With luck, you'll soon have the answers that you've been looking for. Alright. Back in our hideout, got good old Dante. Alrighty. So, we gotta talk to Mallet here. Let's see. Oh yeah, let's see if we can turn the drone into him. Yeah, probably. It might take a bit of doing, though. I love working on these old corp drones. Can't make any guarantees, but either way, it's on the house. I'll leave it in your hands then. Hang on a sec, there's something else I want to talk to you about, though. She glances back up at you. Yes, go on, I'm listening. I'm just looking for something that can play back a DVD. Really? That is old tech. Very old. In fact, just a moment. I will go look. Man, it makes me feel old because I remember when DVDs just came out. She turns to rummage through a bit of obsolete components in the back of her stall. Ah, yes, here we are. The dwarf wrestles a mid-size flat screen out of the display bin. This display has old enough hookups to connect a DVD player. RCA, you know, vintage. Yeah, vintage. The player itself, though, this I do not have. You may wish to try your luck down at the junkyard. There's a scavenger there, a primitive man with a crude disposition. If anyone in the Cruise Bazaar can help you find your DVD player, he can, but he will almost certainly attempt to overcharge you for it. But you are not here for gossip. Shall we conclude our business? I'll give you the display for, say, 200 new yen. Paul Amsel set in charge at his account. Ah, very well. I'll have it packaged up and delivered to Herr Amsel straight away. Best of luck finding your DVD reader. I wish you well. So, we got the ancient monitor. And I feel personally attacked here. Get through this way? Yeah. Wait, was she talking about that homeless dude we ran into earlier? That's the weapons vendor. She is talking about the homeless dude. Yo, what's up? This guy's our homie, Shrody. The stout old man looks up from whatever old tech he's tinkered with to squint at you through thick, old-fashioned glasses. He pushes them up with an oil-stained finger as he straightens up to nod at you. He speaks with a gruff but well-meaning tone, heavily accented with German tonality. Guten Tag. What can I do for you? Mallet tells me you're the man to speak to about DVDs. That little shrew sent you my way, huh? Schrody's smile broadens. Wonders never cease. Yeah, we had a pretty good conversation with this dude earlier. Well, introductions are in order, I suppose. Shrody Bookman at your service. The old man raises a grimy hand in salute. Need something salvaged? Old components? Vielleicht? I am indeed your man. I'm pretty sure we introduced ourselves already, but whatever. Wonderful. How about that DVD player? Well, let's see. I've got something that'll work for you. Shrody rummages through the junk heaped on the table behind him. A few seconds later, he snatches a battered plastic lozenge shape from the pile. Here we are. Old Korean player that I dug up last week. 2010 model. A real beauty. Shrody smile broadens. He gives you a conspiratorial wink. I fixed her up and got her running, but without any discs to read. I've been mostly using her as a paperweight. Sounds like what I'm looking for. How much do you want for it? Shrody glances back at the DVD player, a rueful expression on his face. Well, I'll admit, I'm a little loath to part with her. There are plenty of folks out there who'd really appreciate an older player such as this, and I don't know what your intentions are for it. suppose, given the time and trouble I took putting her back together, I'd be willing to part with it for, oh, say, Schrody's eyes dart over your ear, a calculated expression on his surface, about 500 Nuyen. I'm a little short on cash. Could I offer you something in trade? I'll tell you what, a few months ago I had what we call it difference of opinion with that Burgazi fellow from the soy calf shop. He hasn't let me into his establishment since, and I'd sell my mother for a decent cup of coffee. Oh shit, we got that! You give me a cup of Turkish coffee, the real stuff, not that fake junk, and I'll give you the DVD player. Sound like a deal? Turkish coffee, hand him the cup. As it happens, I have a mug right here. Oh, thank you. He gleefully accepts the coffee, then snaps the lid back, inhales deeply, wiggling his mustache as he processes the scent. Yep, that's the real stuff, all right. Of course, man. You know we only got that 100% premium quality coffee on it. Jojo, you shut the fuck up. Shrody is the homie. People are gonna watch this video and have no idea what that means. Shrody gingerly picks up the ancient device from the table and presses it into your hands. Plastic is scuffed and worn, rattles a bit when you move it. Give her some good use, okay? Hell yeah, dude, we got our DVD player. Jojo, you don't come into this chat. Okay, Jojo, you don't under the nuances of the 6th age, but Shrody's the homie, okay? Treat it like an H.P. Lovecraft story. If there's a transient or a homeless person or a down on their luck person, oh, super bonus points if they have a substance abuse issue. Always a wellspring of information or a plot point. Assembled the team in your absence. They stand in a group around an old display that you had Mallet deliver. On their faces you can see excitement and apprehension, curiosity and dread. Doc, have you procured a DVD reader? Hand Amsel the reader? I have it. It's right here. Good. This should take me only a moment. Amsel disappears behind an ancient display. After a few moments of fiddling with its battered inputs, he reappears, a satisfied look on his face. Everything appears to be functional. The disc should be ready to play. Okay. Yeah, just take my word for it. Well, don't keep us in suspense. Start the damn thing already. He does kind of look like that CEO submarine CEO, doesn't he, Jojo? Well, don't keep us in suspense. Start the damn thing already. Doc went to the trouble of fetching everything. Let him do the honors. Amsel steps back, clearing a path for you to access the antique machine. Yeah, no shit, right? Don't go see with that fool. Alright, let's watch some DVDs, see what they have to say. I wonder if they have anything to say about the dragon. A soft whirring sound fills the air as the ancient DVD's player spins up the disc to a speed. The scratched LCD display comes to life, and a menu fills with the screen. Let's play track 1. The screen goes black. A cheerful digital chiming sound spills out of the display's speakers. A cackle of static fills the air, coupled with a shrill electronic whine. After a few moments, the display goes live, and a disheveled-looking man appears on the screen. His eyes glitter with excitement. The timestamp on the screen is September 15th, 2034. Adrian Vauclair. Oh, that's the dude that invented the super weapon in our last video. Hermie, I think we found her. After all this time, Fierschwing, I knew that she wasn't dead. His speech is jittery. You can hear the urgency in his voice. She survived the Dragonfall. It's just as I always said. I knew it, and I was right. Okay, so that fire-breathing dragon that was decimating Germany didn't actually get, like, taken out by the weapon. The screen explodes into static, and the electronic whine in the background sharpens into a needle-like pulse of high-pitched sound. Somewhere in the background, Dante lets out a low whimper. The screen clears, and the excited face is closer to the screen than it was before. The words spill out in a breathless tide. Taking a team into the SOX to retrieve her, the radiation be damned. We will be taking appropriate precautions, of course, but we must go. Hermie, I think that the body may be nearby as well. Somehow she has survived. The screen explodes into static again, then clears. The figure flickers across the screen. May not be back for some time. Look after Mom, okay? I worry about her. And Hermie, stay safe out there. I know things are heating up in Berlin, and I know you. Student protests, civil uprising, you'll be in the middle of it, I'm sure. Just stay safe, alright? I'll do my best to do the same. I don't know what's going to happen when I step into the SOX, but I do know one thing. If the Fire Wing is still a danger, then I will put an end to her once and for all. The display goes black and the background wine fades. A moment later, you find yourself deposited back at the menu screen. Let's go on track 2. Okay, so the dragon survived the Dragonfall, and it's in some place called the SOX. The screen goes black for a moment, then a figure appears on screen. Your late client, Green Winters, his elbow planted on the table that he's seated at, his chin rests on his palm. The other hand is wrapped around a bottle of cheap whiskey. The timestamp on the video reads December 25th, 2053. This is about like 20, 30 years later, somewhere in there. Yeah, like 20 years later. Green Winters, this is the fool we found fried after we went looking for who hired Monica and us to go on the run that she got killed on. Found the message Adrian left me all those years ago. Got it cleaned up as best as I could. Strange hearing his voice again. He paused to take a long pull on the bottle. It's good to hear him, even if he did insist on calling me Hermie. Okay, so he knew the dude that created the super weapon, the Dragon Slayer, permanently. Was that they called him a modern-day Siegfried. Dr. Adrian Vauclair, hero of the people, the Dragon Slayer, my brother. Oh, that was his brother, okay. He grimaces and rubs his eyes. It's hard to believe it's been almost 20 years. Alright, so I'm going to start recording these DVDs again. For me, for Adrian, for whoever might end up watching them. Every time I do this, it winds up feeling like a waste of time. But I keep doing it anyway, on the off chance I'll find something important. If I stumble into the clue that leads me to my brother, I know I'm going to want it on film. I've been doing this for almost 20 years now, after all. No sense in quitting now. Christ, 20 years, all this time and still no leads. Even with all my contacts, all my resources. He takes another long swallow of cheap liquor. Even with my legendary bullheadedness, I've made no progress at all. I haven't turned up a single goddamn thing. I want to hear something funny. The closest I've gotten to a clue was a rumor. Apparently a team emerged from the SOX a while back. Nobody's clear on the date, but, and get this, he leans into the camera and gives a conspiratorial wink. Supposedly they vanished without a trace. He upends the bottle, drains it, slams it back down to the table. His eyes are rimmed with red. Not much of a rumor considering I barely know that you're gone, big brother. I live with that every day. Abruptly, Winters leans forward and reaches for something off screen. The display goes black. A few seconds later, the main menu returns. Let's go to number 3. There is a winding sound from the DVD tray. There is a grinding sound from the DVD tray. And Green Winter's image appears on screen. There's an eager look on his face. Timestamp on the video reads 12th of October 2054, so it's basically next year. Stumbled upon this archival footage of Führerschwing's original attack, months before the Dragonfall. Easy to forget how devastating it was. Adrian saved a lot of people by bringing her down. I got the footage all queued up to play, starting now, additional comments to follow. Slow whir of the DVD player shifts into a high-pitched whine. A distorted, wavering image blooms into being on the screen. A timestamp in the upper right corner of the screen marks the date, July 6, 2012. It's difficult to make out what you're seeing at first. The screen is dark and smoky, and the telltale flashes of emergency vehicle lights flicker on the periphery of the screen. The camera pushes in, and you can make out 2 figures standing in a ruined landscape. All at once, the sound cuts in. reporter. Again, for those of you just joining us, we're coming to you live from Stolberg. A few hours ago, the Dragon Führerschwing launched an unprovoked attack on the sleepy Harz mountain town. As you can see, you can see the results behind me: fire, ashes, and blood. We are joined by the survivor of this latest and most horrifying attack. The reporter turns to a pale-faced man standing behind him. Sir, I understand you've been through a terrible ordeal. Thanks for taking the time to speak with us tonight. Survivor, the man switches focus to the camera words are hard, everybody. The camera switches focus to a middle-aged man with a haunted look in his eyes. He stammers out a reply. Yes, of course. If you could, sir, could you please tell the people at home about your experience of the attack? It was horrible, just pure chaos. So many people are dead, people I knew, roasted alive or trampled to death trying to escape. My own house was burned to the ground during the attack. My family, we have nothing now. You all made it through the attack, right? Though, your wife, your kids? Yeah, we all made it, thank God. We rode out the attack in a small shelter. Me, my wife, our 2 daughters. The shelter protected us, but the heat was just unbearable. We couldn't have stayed in there much longer than we did. How long were you holed up in there? 3, maybe 4 hours? I don't know. We stayed inside until the heat died down and the screaming stopped. And what happened after that? When it was over, when the air cooled down? The reporter nods and the man continues. We stepped outside. There's nothing left, just smoldering wreckage and this dense black cloud, oily smoke, and the stench in the air. God, that smell. It smelled like roasting meat. There is a long pause, and from the tortured look on his face, you can tell the man is struggling to decide whether or not to continue speaking. Eventually he does. My girls, they found what was left of their nanny outside. Her body, what was left of it, was slumped up against the shelter door. I kept telling myself that I couldn't hear her pounding to get in, but that isn't true. I just couldn't bring myself to open that door. I couldn't risk my family like that. Not for her, not for anyone. Thank you, sir, for taking the time to speak with us. Yeah, you heard it here, an absolute chilling account of tonight's attack. Again, the town of Stolberg has been reduced to ash, yet another victim of a fire wing. Stay with us for more up-to-the-minute reporting on Führerschwing's Reign of Terror. Greenwinter's face reappears on the screen. Yeah, that was a neat little, switch over. Okay, time for a new approach. Adrian's a complete dead end. That much is pretty clear now, so instead I'm going to do some digging on Führerschwing. Let's see where this goes. The screen abruptly cuts to black as the video cuts off. A few moments later, you find yourself returned to the menu screen. Let's go number 4. The DVD player ramps up to the speed, filling the air with the shrill whining sound. Greenwinter's image reappears on the screen. The timestamp reads 31st of October 2024, so this is only a little while later. Well, that was best. Little progress on Führerschwing either. No, that's why. He shakes his head. I don't know, it's weird. The information is there, it's just wrong somehow. It's all too well laid out, too simple. Real life is messy, and this feels just a little too neat. That's not the only thing that's nagging at me. I'm getting a tingling feeling up and down the back of my neck. It feels like I'm being tracked. I'm no Matrix hawkshot like Clockwork or Schaefer, but I'm good enough to know when someone's on my scent. Gotta install some new security measures, can't be too careful. Winter's image disappears, the display goes black. A few seconds later, the main menu returns. On at number 5. The display goes blank for a moment, then the face of Green Winters winks onto the screen. He is seated at a computer. Off to his left, an enormous monitor fills the screen. His voice carries an edge of panic. The timestamp of the video reads 9th of November 2057. Green Winters, Christ, I'm getting close to something. There's a trail of bodies and there have been disappearances. Holy shit, homie, you do not look like you've been doing good in this new portrait we got for you. Gearbox, Martian, Peregrine, they've all disappeared within the past few years. Gearbox went AWOL just yesterday. and they were all making the same sorts of inquiries about Firewing that I've been. There are ghost stories spreading around the Decker community, stories about Deckers disappearing and then showing up again later, but wrong somehow. Scary stuff, and I'm starting to think that it's true. Blitz leans in to whisper to you. I know the stories he's talking about, Chief. Never really put much stock into him until now. Could these rumors be related to what's happening? Am I being paranoid? He pauses for a moment as if he seriously considers the question, then he shakes his hand and slams his fist on the table. No, I don't think so. Something big is happening here, and I'm right in the middle of it. Iger cuts in. That's a bit of a leap. One other thing. Tolstoy told me a story about a kill team that might be related to all this. Apparently, a Decker named Hellborg posted a theory about Führerschwing to the Shadowlands BBS about 5 years ago. About an hour later, a mil-spec team showed up in meat space and cooked her entire apartment with her in it. If what Tolstoy told me was true, Hellborg live posted the event. She described her killing this great big orc with skin grafts. Then the whole thread disappeared, gone without a trace. Leap, Iger love, sounds like he's on the right track to me. Iger holds her silence, but she concedes the point with a small nod. On the screen, Winters pauses as he looks like he's finally worked up to something. Additionally, he speaks. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This has got to be Führerschwing, all of it. Adrian was right about her. She's still alive, and she's still out of the SOX. She's covering her tracks, working the shadows, preparing to rise again, and that means that I have to find you, Adrian, for everyone's sake. Thankfully, I've got a lead. For the first time in 2 decades, I've got a solid goddamn lead. I backtracked all of the Matrix nodes that Hellborg was looking into, back before she got cooked. Whoever's been purging all that Matrix didn't think about that. And I found that she turned up. Winter stabs into a few keys on his keyboard, and image expands to fill the screen of his monitor. A satellite GPS photo of a rural landscape anointed with GPS data. So now I've got a target, a place to start digging. The Hartfield Manor, conveniently located on an isolated stretch of countryside miles away from prying eyes. Matrix records indicate there could be some sort of data vault that exists beneath the estate, so that's what I need to get into. And that's where we came in. As if on cue, a familiar image winks onto the monitor next to the left, Monica. I think I'm going to tap Schaefer for this job. She's got the skills to bypass whatever they're running out there, but she is obviously gullible enough to take the job in the first place. If I feed her some line about the flow state and security, she'll eat it up soon with a spoon. Oh damn, I didn't mean to skip that, I accidentally double pressed. As Winter's image disappears, the light goes black. A few seconds later, the main menu returns. Play number 6. When you play the 6th track, a small video window appears. You recognize the screen in the window. You are looking at the tattered drapes and nicotine-stained wallpaper of Winter's hotel room at Des Castle House. The timestamp on the video reads 11/10/2054. So you made this one literally the next day after the last one. There's a blur of motion. The haggard form of Green Winters lumbers into frame. Suspicious confirmed. Schaefer's dead. Christ. Winters reaches a shaking hand off camera. A moment later, it returns clenching a cheap plastic drinking cup. He gulps something down, wipes his mouth with the back of his hand, and takes a deep breath. Okay. Back up. Slow motion. Start from the beginning. Winters closes his eyes and makes a visible effort to calm himself. When he speaks again, his voice is steady. Got the call from my contact in Krau's Bazaar. Schaefer killed on the estate-run Matrix. Security at the estate cooked her brain. Okay, so that's Monica Schaefer. So he heard about Monica's death, and he's afraid they're coming for him now. Considering Schaefer's skill and experience, on-site ice must have been a bit extreme. You've by Berlin standards. Security of that kind costs money, real money. Given the amount of evidence uncovered so far, the corporate involvement is unlikely. The connection to Firewing is too strong. So let's come around and say the dragon is what we're dealing with here, and the smart monkey says that she is coming right for me next. Well, I won't go down without a fight. I've still got my contacts, and let's see. The other one didn't say. That's fair. Winter takes another long pull from his glass and grimaces and swallows. Time for me to make my play. Ghost stories or no, Matrix deckers or no, I've got to jack into the Matrix and start pulling strings. The countermeasures that I installed earlier should be more than enough to keep me safe for the 20 minutes I'll be in there. Yeah, about that. They were not, in fact, good enough. Winters drains the rest of the glass, then tosses it back over his shoulder. A moment later, you hear a dull clattering sound of hard plastic on linoleum. Schaefer's death was tragic, but she was a staunch supporter of the F state. But still, all things considered, Winters finishes something off screen, and a moment later, his hand reappears, clutching a data jack cable. Better her than me. He plugs the cable into his head, and the screen cuts to static. Yeah, also about that. As your finger nears the eject button, a black screen cuts in over static. A moment later, Green Winter's haggard face appears. If you're watching this, then I guess they caught up to me. They will be after you too now. Blitz whispers in your ear again, more harshly this time. What the hell is this? Why didn't you warn me about this before I came? We didn't know. Not exactly. Not exactly. I didn't come here to get hunted by a dragon. I'm not even part of this. You are now, so whether you like it or not. So quiet down and stop bothering them. Whoever you are, whatever you think you're after, you need to find Dr. Adrian Beauclair. Not because he's my brother, but because if Viewer Schwing is rising again, he's the only one that can stop her. You've seen what happens to people who get too close to this. I'm dead. Dozens of others have died. You'll be next unless you can find Adrian. The screen cuts to black, and the message is over. The DVD slides out of the tray. Okay, well that was pretty definitive. I'm gonna grab a couple things out of the kitchen real quick, but I don't like that's where that's heading. Because it means we're probably gonna have to deal with a dragon, and not gonna lie, I'm super hyped to fight a dragon in a Shadowrun game, because we didn't do that last game. We didn't get a chance to fight a dragon, because normally dragons in this game, they're like apex predators, whereas you have some that will like Skyrim that will start out some dragons at lower level than you and introduce more difficult ones as the game goes on. No, they're all like terrifying in this. Even the youngest of dragons is a force to be reckoned with. Though if given the choice, I would rather fight the young one. Pull an Anakin Skywalker and start getting the younglings. Alright, Amsel, what you got to say? A dragon, son of a bitch. Green Winter sent us up against a dragon. The Firewing. Amsel's voice is thick with dread. She lives. I'm really starting to regret the fact that I didn't just stay at the hotel. Man, fuck you, Blitz. Don't be like that. Pardon me. Iger ignores him. Wait a sec. We don't know for certain. Dietrich lays a hand on Iger's shoulder. Iger's shoulder. The evidence seemed pretty convincing to me, Lev. I'll take it even a step further. I think that secret facility that we stumbled into was her lair. The room falls silent. Iger and Glory exchange glances. After a moment, Dietrich continues. Just think about it. The Decker that Winters got these coordinates from was posting about Viewer Schwing. Then she was killed by that same orcish bastard that attacked us after Monica died. There's direct link between the dragon, the scarred orc, and the Harfield Manor. That's fair. And then Winters was killed by the same thing that killed Monica. Exactly. My My gut tells me that the dragon is down there, Doc, someplace far beneath the surface. I think that we knocked on the door to her lair without even knowing it. I think that given what we've seen, the dragon will do whatever it takes to keep us quiet about it. Okay, going on the assumption there is a dragon and that she will come after us, what do you propose we do about it? Great question. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go find Valclair. If we're going to go up against a dragon, I want a dude that makes dragon-killing weapons. Yes, Doc is right. Finding Valclair should be our priority. If we're going up against a dragon, we need to find ourselves a dragon slayer. See, this dude gets it. Okay, wait, she's got a good point. Winter spent 20 years searching for Valclair and got him nowhere. How do you propose that we find him? With the help of an information broker? Let me guess, back to the coffee shop? For this? No. While Herr Barghazi is very capable, a task of this magnitude is beyond him. We need to make contact with the premier information broker in Berlin. We need to talk to Alice. Blitzscoff, said Amsel. Alice, best of luck. I hope that you're rich. Amsel raises an eyebrow. For this, rich enough, even if only just. Who is this Alice? A prominent figure in Berlin's shadow community. Ex-Schockwellenreicher. She provides information retrieval services for the F-State. Amsel turns to the computer console behind him and runs his fingers over a virtual keyboard. The machine begins to hum. If Winters was right, if Valclair is still alive, she can help us find him. The console spits out a stick of black plastic. Amsel plucks it from the computer and hands it to you. Here, your key to speak with Alice. Amsel nods. An encoded cred stick. Yes, 10,000 Nuyen. Alice will not show her face for less. This represents the last of my personal savings, Doc. Make this meeting count. Sounds like fair trade to me. I'll take care of it. Good man. Take the U-Bahn to the Altstrax Spandau. There you will find a connecting tube that locals refer to as the rabbit hole. You will find a method of contacting Alice there. Don't call it that in front of her, though. Word on the street is that she hates it. Please hurry. While you're out, I will work on acquiring new contracts for the team. Alice is the best there is at what she does, and her services carry a price tag to match. Alrighty. Let's check our mission computer, see if we can get any new missions. Well, that's no new jobs for us. Alright, so it looks like the metro tunnels, or the old defunct ones I should say, are going to be our main means of transportation in this game. Granted, we're not actually taking a train, we're just walking through. Sorry, I had to clean something up real quick. Alright, we're back at it. Oh, never mind, we are actually going to get to take a train. Let's go. Oh, well. Unfortunately, I saw that, and we always beat Luton. But fine. Hyper. That slot's empty, so we'll just stash it there. The only active console in this derelict span of a U-Bahn platform is an old video arcade machine. The CRT monitor is set in the machine's cabinet, glowing invitingly. Cheerful, pixelated graphics swirl and dance on the screen. Let's investigate the machine. At the base of the controller panel, you find a clearly hidden input port. The port is shrouded in black plastic and appears to be an approximate shape of a typical cred stick. We're going to put Amsel's cred stick in. Internal monitors grip the cred stick and pull it into the machine. It disappears into the port and the screen goes black. Moments later, a video image fills the screen. The picture is dark and grainy, a far cry from bright, colorful sprites that previously inhabited the display screen. Words are hard, everybody. On the screen is a dimly lit office. The place looks like it was pulled straight from an old detective movie, from the Venetian blinds on the windows to the great swaths of shadow that paint the walls black. Center stage, sitting behind a large mahogany desk, is the silhouette of an impressive-looking woman in a charcoal gray suit. The tip of a cigarette glows cherry red in the shadows. She leans forward into the light, and you catch your first glimpse of Alice. Her face is all hard planes and sculpted angles, with high cheekbones and almond eyes. Her lips are painted a frigid blue, but the look in her eyes is even colder. A head of lustrous black hair is interspersed with flowing streams of cyan light. Alice exhales a plume of smoke, then tips her cigarette into a nearby ashtray. She fixes her eyes on you and curls her lips into a humorless smile. We're on your dime, friend. Tell me what you're looking for. I need you to find someone for me. Dr. Adrian Vauclair. She raises an eyebrow. The Dragon Slayer? Interesting. He's been missing for a long time. Yes, he has. The question is, can you find him? She looks you in the eye and the smile disappears. Her voice is all business. If he's still out there somewhere, I'll find him for you. Could be living under an assumed name in the California Free State, and I'd still track him down. And if he's not alive, I'll tell you where you can find his corpse. Alright, I'm satisfied. Let's talk about the job. Alice steeples her fingers. Alright, here's how this is going to work. When you give me the go-ahead, I'm going to start gathering information for you. Once I'm finished, you're going to bring me a cred stick encoded with an encryption key that I'll provide for you. The cred stick will have 50,000 nuyen on it. Holy shit. When I get my cred stick, you get your information. This is the deal. Take it or leave it. Alright, you have a deal. I'm not in the negotiating, arguing type. I want to find my Dragon Slayer. Okay, but remember, you say go and I go. From that point, you're on the hook and have to pay my fee. No turning back, no refunds. Are we square on this? I don't see what choice I have. I need that information. Good luck. I'll be in touch. The screen goes black. Moments later, the machine reboots. The colorful sprites that you saw when you first approached on the arcade cabinet return. There's nothing more to see here. Alice is gone. Alrighty, well, we double loop. Oh, I accidentally put it in the spot of frag grenade. Yeah, put that in there. Care about Americans. Okay, there we go. I thought that was like hollowed out, like there was a grenade there and I spent it. Alrighty. Yeah, Amsel, I really hope you got some fucking jobs lined up that don't involve selling parts of my body. Did you make contact with Alice? Yes, I did. She accepted your payment and I ordered the search for the information we need. Very good. I can't imagine this price will be cheap. What was Alice's stated price? 50K. He shrugs. It's about as I had expected. Thankfully, we are prepared for this. I've established contact with a number of new clients. You can find the information on the jobs log in your mission computer. One jobs file is on there already. While you're working to earn Alice's fee, I will continue to dig for clues about Fierschwing. If she is, in fact, roosting under the Harfield Manor, then we must have some evidence to support the fact. A dragon is a large thing to hide, after all. Be careful, Paul. Remember what happened to Monica. I will never forget. Don't worry, Doc. I'm going to conduct my investigation the old-fashioned way, through contacts, deduction, and careful observation. I will not jack into the Matrix until this entire sorry episode is finished. Yeah, that's probably for the best. Speaking of doing things the old-fashioned way, Mallet is working to recover information off those other DVDs. It's a painstaking process, and it will not be quick, but she is optimistic that she will be successful in time. Finally, I've been checking up on our friend, the orc with the skin grafts. I haven't heard anything back yet, but I'll keep you appraised as the situation develops. Sounds good. I'm gonna go get to work. One last thing before you go, Doc. Samuel Buchenbauer wanted me to pass a message on to you. Do you know him? The orc who runs the shelter across the way? I don't know that guy. Well, he has a job for you. He wouldn't discuss it with me, but he promised that it would be proved worth your time. Look, dude, if he's offering a job that pays, I'm not gonna say no. Iger. Alrighty, let's go to our mission computer. Alright, go to jobs directory. Go all pending and active jobs. Pharma cleanup. Here you will find the complete contract of my conversation with Herr Fuchs. Potential client. The job seems to be relatively straightforward and the payout is reasonable. One word of caution before you proceed. There are aspects of this that you might find morally troubling. Be sure to read and understand the specifics of the job before you accept it. If you do accept, you'll be expected to carry out the requirements of the job in full. After reading the transcript, you may choose whether or not to accept the job. If you respond in the affirmative, our client will be notified and I will make all the necessary preparations for the run. Guest, Herr Amsel. P. Amsel. Yes, I'm here. To whom I am speaking. You can call me Herr Fuchs. Very well. Please describe the work you would like to have done. Straight to the point. I like that. Very well. I'd like to retain your team's services to clean up a mess. Go on. My employers dispatched a team of operatives to conduct a quiet operation at a local sharing pharma AG lab. Unfortunately, they botched the job. The team was eliminated, but we have reliable information one of the operatives may have been taken captive. If this rogue agent were to spill information leading back to my employers, it could lead to a corporate war. A great many lives could be lost. My employers would like nothing more than to prevent such a tragic turn of events. As NSAD and his team have already put the facility on high alert, stealth will not be an option. Your team will need to shoot your way in, eliminate NSAD, and exit the facility. A straightforward enough task and well within my team's capabilities. What are you offering in terms of pay? 15K. This offer is non-negotiable. Very well, I will pass the offer on to my team. Very good. Good day, Herr Amsel. Accept the job? Yeah, I'll accept the job. Fuck this guy. Run accepted client notifications. Read active pending. Humus data steal. Humanist data steal. Amsel's face appears on the screen. Samuel Backenbauer has approached me with an offer of work. Apparently, an associate of his has learned of some disturbing details regarding the Berlin chapter of the Humanist Poly Club. He would like you to contract with your team to investigate these rumors. So if I remember Humanists correctly, they're like the neo-Nazi white supremacist dudes of this game. Like, I do not fucks with them at all. Buckenbauer was unwilling to discuss the specifics of the job in your absence. He has respected that you speak with him in person at your earliest convenience. Alrighty, back to route. Walk away, go talk to this guy so we can go slay. One of my homies want to talk to me? Mission computer. Commissioning your services. We would like to arrange a meeting between you and one of our representatives. You'll find him in a nearby cafe. His name is Luca Dare. He will be expecting you. Come alone, go back. Okay, I think that was it. No? Oh. We'll come back and read that later. But I already have a feeling it'll make I have a feeling it's gonna make me a sad little Trazen. Job directory. BBS. Post pay data for sale. I did everything. I ain't gonna go hang out here forever. I think it's because we gotta talk to the one dude, but it told me to go talk to him across the street. Cafe Sezve. Hey, there's our contact. Luca Durr. So your doc, huh? The late Monica Schaefer's replacement? Good, you look the part. Let me get right to the business. My organization would like to retain your services for the indefinite future, but first we're asking you to go on a trial run, an audition of sorts, to prove that you're the right man for the job. Assuming that you complete this trial to our satisfaction, I will then offer you a variety of simple tasks. All of these should be achievable in the course of your everyday business. We won't need you to go out of your way or expose yourself to too much unnecessary risk. For each task that you complete, you will be rewarded handsomely. There will be a bonus if you finish them all. So, will you accept the offer? Sure, I'm in. Dude, I mean, here's the thing. We can't turn down jobs that pay right now. Now, on the task at hand, there's a man named Alshire. He is a senior manager of Hermes Eurocom and a respected figure in the community. My organization also suspects him of working with pro-corporate extremists. Can't have that. These people are actively working to undermine the Flux state and pave the way for a corporate-controlled Berlin. My organization has no more desire to see the Berlin fall to the corporations than you do. However, we are hesitant to act on our suspicions without proof. This is where you come in. Keep talking. You will need to meet the team that I've arranged for you, and with their assistance, you will plant surveillance devices in his apartment. Take the U-Bahn to Frankfurter Tor and go alone. The rest of your team will meet you there. Okay, sounds simple enough. For a man of your talents, it should be. From the moment you board the train to Frankfurter Tor, your test will begin. I would advise you to bring what you need in terms of medical supplies and ordnance. Once you embark on your trial run, there will be no turning back. After you've planted the devices and verified they work, come back to me. There will be a brief interview, a post-mortem on the run if you like, and assuming that I'm satisfied with what I hear, I will pay you your first stipend, and then we will discuss our future options. Best of luck, Doc. We will be watching. Hey man, I can't turn down jobs that pay. It's just what it is. Alright, work the rental shelter across the street. Miles Motor Shop. So yeah, I want to buy more gear and stuff, but I can't really do that right now. Oh, is it this dude? Yep, Samuel Beckenbauer. At the sound of your approach, the orc turns to face you. He wears a severe expression, but there is kindness in his eyes. Guten Tag, dwarf. Can I help you with something? I heard you want to talk about a job, dude. Yes, I do. Thank you for coming so promptly. He takes a deep breath, slowly releases it, and looks you in the eye. Tell me, what do you know about the Humanist Polit Club? Words are hard. They're an anti-metahuman hate group. He nods, the largest and most well-funded of its kind, instigators of the Night of Rage and the enemies of everything that I stand for. A worldwide race riot that took place in February of 2039. Thousands of innocent metahumans were attacked, beaten, and killed. Women and children were corralled into warehouses for protection, then burned alive when the structures were put to the torch. This is what Humanist stands for. This is the agenda that its leaders strive to advance. They will not be satisfied until all metahumans everywhere are driven from the face of the earth. Disgusting. And you want this job of yours has something to do with him? He nods. Yesterday I overheard one of my assistants talking on his comm. He was yelling, clearly agitated. I questioned him and he confided in me. What he told me made my blood run cold. Let me guess where this is going. Humanist is planning something, an attack of some kind. He nods again. Yes, I believe so. The Berlin chapter of Humanist has arranged to acquire a large shipment of an extremely hazardous chemical. Their leader, Volker Stahl, is a vicious ideologue. It goes without saying that whatever he intends to do, it won't be good for us. I want you to infiltrate the smuggling operation that is delivering the shipment. Once you arrive at the Humanist compound, you will find out what they're planning to do with the chemicals and put a stop to it. Let's talk compensation. What does this gig pay? I've contacted sister organizations across Berlin and taken up a collection. Between us, we retrieve 2,200 new yen as a payment. I trust it'll be sufficient. Dude, that's like half the payment. You're going to be number one on my list. You know, it's excellent. I'm relieved. I'll make arrangements for your meeting with the smugglers. Their leader is an elf who calls himself Maxim. Take the U-Bahn to Nest, and you will find him waiting there for you. Best of luck to you, Doc, and good hunting. Know that you are doing a great thing for metahumans of Berlin. Your efforts will not go unrecognized. Dude, let's go get this cash, like right now. It's like half our fucking payment. A lone figure stands in the U-Bahn station. Dietrich, he raises a bottle at your approach, then tosses it away. Figured I'd run into here, boss. Wanted to be sure that I caught you before you headed off. He takes a deep breath. Doc, we need to have a talk about this Humanus gig. Go ahead, Dietrich, I'm listening. Well, I've got a history with Humanus. I fought him back in 39 during the Night of Rage. Hell of a thing that was. I remember the terror, the senseless violence, the murdered children. I remember this little dwarf boy. They stuffed his body in the gutter, Doc. I can still see his face, all bruised and broken. To this day, it makes my blood boil. Anyway, long story short, we beat him. Berlin's punks and anarchists all came together, and we stomped the living fuck out of them. Those racist pigs. A lot of good people died that night, but we put down some of the bad ones, too. Let me guess, you want to settle the score permanently with these fools? That's part of it, sure, but that's not the whole story. I don't want to just come on this run, boss. I have to come. It's my nephew, Alexander. He's signed on with Humanus, driven to it by his worthless sack of a dad, no doubt. I take it that his father, your brother, is a Humanus member too? Nah, that'd take a level of conviction, a quality that he thoroughly lacks. My best guess is that he's treating Humanus as boarding school. They feed and house their recruits, and that's money he'd rather spend on himself. So he dumped his boy off on them, never mind the fact that they're fascist swine. Dietrich looks you in the eye. I've got to get Alexander out of here, Doc, but before it's too late. Those monsters are experts at warping young minds. It's how their disgusting ideology propagates. So I'm asking you as a personal favor to let me come along on the run, Doc. I have to get into that compound. I have to find Alexander. I have to turn him around before those animals make him do something unforgivable. I mean, yeah, dude, you're part of the staple team anyway. Thanks, boss. Never doubted you'd bring me, of course. You're too good of a man for that. But it's good to hear it all the same. Okay, let's go. Yeah, we're going for that one first. This job pays too much. We got... Yeah, I'm already aware. We got Glory. See, I like her too much. I don't know if I want an actual, like... We're just gonna take the free crew. I kind of like our group, and while some of these guys are cool, like, I don't really... I think I'm gonna like our custom-made crew more. Dietrich heals anyway, so yeah, we're gonna confirm. Yeah. The other thing too is I don't really want to spend any money. Like, the money I have right now, I'd rather go towards what is it? You know, gear and the Alice Fund. False flag. The U-Bahn rattles to a halt at the edge of Kreuzberg. You're only a few blocks from Nest and the Kias that Maxim and his smugglers call home. According to Samuel, they should be expecting you. Basic Street Samurai Club. I mean, yeah, that's really all we got. We're just going to, I mean, Dietrich has that, Iger has that. I mean, I guess, well, no. No, they're all full up on items. We're just going to confirm. Fuck yeah, we want to spend karma. Available 10. Holy shit, yeah. We're definitely going to dump some karma. No. Go strength. Go. Upgrade our close combat. Confirm easy pick. Look, boss, I just want to thank you for bringing me along on this one. It means a lot. Don't sweat it. Even Shadowrunners have families. He nods. Alexander, he's a good kid, you know? If I'd have been there for him, if I hadn't run off to Berlin, left him with his worthless sack of a dad, he'd never have fallen in with those Humanus pigs in the first place. Okay, so we're not just in Berlin. We're in, like, the Berlin area. Like, I don't know if it's still called a county over there, but that equivalent. The expression on Dietrich's face softens, and he claps you on the shoulder. Let's go find my nephew and crack all the Humanus skulls we can along the way. Those fuckers have it coming in more ways than I can count. Fuck yeah, dude. Like, this is exactly the kind of mission I want to be doing. Who the fuck are you? Oh, food carpenter. We need to kill her. Searching the dead drop, you find a package with the telltale markings of the Schockwellenreiter. German names are hard as well as words. Rehumanus. There's a current request for information on current and past donors to the Humanus Poly Club. Identifying information such as home addresses, photographs is preferred. The presence of this hate group and its supporters will no longer be tolerated within our community. Dude, let's fucking go. This is like the dream mission I could have gotten. We will expose them to the harsh light of truth. The timely delivery of this information will be well rewarded. Freedom, equality, information, Schockwellenreiter. Fuck yeah, dude, I'll fucking find some shit. We're gonna be thorough with this. Who the fuck are you, Kia's gatekeeper? A rough-looking dwarf with a fire plug build holds his hand out as you approach. Whoa there, pal. I don't know where you think you're heading, but you should turn around and go back where you came from. I got business on the other side of this barricade, and one way or another, that's where I'm going to be. He stares at you, an appraising look in his eyes. Well, you look like you can handle yourself, but I'm telling you the same. The people out there are bad news. The gangs on the other side of this barricade, there are gangs on the other side of this barricade who'd skin you alive as soon as look at you. Yeah, trust me, I've gone up against worse. Just get the fuck out of my way. Alright, fine. If that's really what you want, we won't try to stop you. He gestures to the troll standing behind him. Let him go by, Sir Judge. Get the fuck out of my way. Y'all don't know me. Pardon me. Well, I think it's pretty safe to assume that's our contact. Maxime, the figure at the center of the group, shoots you an insolent glance. His fine elvish features match Samuel's description. This must be Maxime, your smuggler liaison. Well, if it isn't the muscle that Tuck promised us. Look who it is, everybody. The new hires have elected to grace us with their presence. Nice of you to join us. He glances at the PDA on his wrist, then looks back up at you. When he speaks again, his voice is sharp and humorless. You're late, chummer. Man, drop the attitude or you can roll into this meeting without me. He lets out a theatrical sigh. Well, you come highly recommended, so I suppose I'll have to overlook it. You know, man, don't be giving me no attitude, dude. I'm here to get the job done and get paid. Look, if we run into trouble, you'll be glad to have me around. I guarantee it. He twists his mouth twists up into a smirk. I certainly hope so, for your sake. Without another word, he turns and slaps the side of a bulldog step van. A second van of the same design rumbles to life a few feet away. Pile in, people, and be ready. There's rough country between us and the meeting site. We might be running into trouble along the way. Well, let's get going, homie. What are we waiting for? 20 minutes into your trip, the van comes to a screeching halt. Maxime presses his face to the passenger window. From the midst of anger and dread on his face, you can tell he doesn't like what he sees. Damn it, I knew this was going to happen. I fucking knew it. He cranes his neck around to look you in the eye. Everybody out of the van. Get ready, Doc. We're going to need some muscle in a second. As you take your position outside the van, you hear a shrill voice bark in order. A pair of portable gun turrets begins to self-calibrate in response. Sweeping your gaze over the gangers assembled before you, you identify the owner of the voice, a leathery woman with wild hair and a mirthless smile. She calls out again, her voice rimming with pride. Hello out there. Welcome to Rambrock territory. Maxim licks his lips, his eyes scanning over the gangers' hastily assembled roadblock. This Chiez belongs to the surf turf slag, has for months. You better clear out of your way before they show up and force you out. Surf turf, those tunnel rats, they're ancient history. Go ahead and call them if you don't believe me. Her face twists into an ugly smile. Scream as loud as you want, they won't hear you. We buried him last week. Maxim's expression turns stony, but his voice remains calm. Congratulations on your victory, though. Though you must have taken some losses in the fight, I'm betting you're not at 100%, so why don't you let us cross the bridge peacefully? There's no need for any bloodshed today. You know what? You're absolutely right. We don't need to fight. You just pay us a small toll, and we'll be more than happy to let you cross our bridge. I'm thinking, say, 500 new yen per van. Otherwise, you'd better find another way to get where you're going, because this bridge is ours. Nobody crosses without paying the toll. Nobody. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe this does need to get violent. Maxim turns to you. Get ready to ventilate these assholes, Doc. We got a schedule to keep. Yeah, help the smugglers. I'm not gonna cross the other group. Maxim's voice comes out in a roar. Take them down, boys. Open fire. I see. The one thing I don't like about this is that, yeah, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of NPC fights. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is switch over to Iger. Because I need to keep remembering that I can switch between, what is it, here, just take that fucking thing out. Yeah, he has haste. No. Give Iger haste. There we go. Take that turret out right fucking now. Good shit, let's... And now we play the waiting game for every ad under the sun. Oh, they got another turret. That's not great. How dare. How do you miss with a grenade launcher? Alright. Key to these guys is always kill the sucker. I got fried. That's so weird to see a crit and a miss. Oh, sweet. Thanks, homie. Ah, bitch. There we go. Hey, we got 3 karma. Maxim wipes his face with a handkerchief. The cloth comes away with wet, blood-streaked sweat. Well, that was unpleasant. All a part of the job, though, right? You said it. Gotta admit, Doc, this attack has made me nervous. We're running late, we're low on ammo, and there's no time to call for reinforcements. Whichever way you slice it, we won't be going into this meet at our best. When we roll up on the meeting site, be ready. We may need the element of surprise if negotiations go south. Agreed. Yeah, that's fair. That was a pretty convenient ambush for them. Couldn't have said it better myself. Cool. Let's hop back in. The courtyard of the Humanist compound is strangely quiet. The only activity you notice is the clatter of mechanized gates as they rumble shut behind the vans. The bulldogs roll to a stop. You step out alongside Maxim and the rest of the smugglers. There are crates here, a lot of crates, all scattered in various stages of disorganization. It looks as though your delivery is just one of many that this branch of Humanist has received. The smugglers unload the cargo from their vans with practiced efficiency. The whole operation feels polished and professional, but you can tell that Maxim is nervous. You can see it in his eyes. The smugglers finish unloading the last of the crates, then take up positions around the van. Minutes pass, nobody comes to meet you. No welcoming party. This isn't a good sign. It's almost as if they didn't expect us to make it. My thoughts exactly. This puts us in a bad spot, Doc. Not sure what our next step is. Your next step is sit out here. Mine is to go inside. I've got a job to do. His eyes widen. You're not hired muscle at all, are you? You're a Shadowrunner here on a job. That's right, but there's no reason why I can't help you out while I'm doing it. You're serious, aren't you? You're really going in there? Well, be my guest. I won't get in your way. When you make it back, if you make it back, we'll be waiting out here for you. Chemicals. There's a warning label plastered on the side of this jar. Judging by the amount of small print of the label, whatever is being stored here is extremely bad news. Warning, highly dangerous chemical agent. Do not take internally. Avoid contact with skin, eyes, mouth, and clothing. Increases aggression. Reduces impulse control when inhaled. Avoid breathing fumes or vapor. Important, do not proceed unless material safety data sheet has been read and understood. Okay, so it's like a steroid mixed with a rage inducer. Continue. The Humanist compound smells like a locker room and doesn't look much better. Calling the building run down would be an understatement. The paint is peeling off cheap Duraplast walls, and the tiles on the floor are mired with decades worth of grime. It's an old, ugly place, perfectly suited to the old, ugly ideology being practiced here. You enter the compound. The information that Samuel Beckenbauer sent you here to find lies somewhere else. Hey, assholes. You run back here, you die honorably. go run their shit. Okay, so they have key codes that they need. I might be able to get a decent bit of shit here. Apple. Highly recommend. And when you did to those elves that go far around here, you can hit the kitchen anytime, but otherwise stay close unless told otherwise. Your locker code is 2619 locker 3. $26.93 or $26.13. $26.19. Not that one. Not that one. Hey, it's this one. We found it. Recruit Capital. Your enthusiasm at the rally was more than commendable. This Trog bastards really got what was coming to them. Volker wants to see you right away. His personal code is Pride. Share this with no one. Okay. Humanist office door code. You guys ready to get into it? Try it. No? Yeah, because we got a Decker with us. Hey, data, human safe house list. Okay. These are the list of the new recruits. Make sure that they get assigned to their bunks in alphabetical order this time, Seed. I keep losing track of who was in last batch. As always, I'm changing the code for my office to Pride. Okay, we already got that. Next one. For a few minutes, shifting your... Oh, this is the donor list. Billionaire philanthropist and children's trio show host. Okay. Third pamphlet. Dwarf free labor. And whose businesses suffer. You guessed it, we the humans. Every day another dwarf restaurant. Or dwarfs locked her down dry. Good. Yeah, they're just straight up racist. They say it's for community, or they say it's for protection when they... Why can't they keep to their own neighborhoods? Why are they hiding? Stand up for your people. Join the humans. Read the first pamphlet. Work hard and get paid fair, and yet you still can't. The other symbol, the elf is using the orc and the troll as muscle against you. Think about it. When you turn on your journey, you see a pampered elf squandering the money that you could be using to feed your children. When you walk through the dark alley, what do you fear? The mongrel orc and the savage troll. The elf, the orc, and the troll are all parasites. Yeah, these dudes are just straight up racist. And then this one's just against general metahumans. Okay, I think I've read about enough there. Okay, so can't do that just yet, but I bet we will if we get into the thingamabob. Okay, is this one going to be Pride? Because it's literally the only other door. stocky man in a military surplus jacket enters the room. He is flanked on either side by a pair of young women. Their faces are masked by white handkerchiefs. And each of them carries an unholstered pistol. Volker Stahl, lower your weapons, girls. We have a guest. The soldiers exchange glances, then lower their firearms. They look at you, their stares full of hatred and bile. There, that's better. His lip curls into a mirthless smile. I've shown you hospitality, dwarf. Now it's time for you to return the favors. Tell me, why are you here? Here, shut you down, dude. Confronting me in person was a bad move. He visibly struggles to keep his cool. You've got balls, Haffer, I'll give you that. No brains, though. It takes a special kind of fool to threaten me in my own compound. It's just a little too late for that, dwarf. You've brought me the last of what I need. That gas you hauled in for us, it's gonna prove every word we've been saying. The trogs, the Haffers, the goddamn dandelion eaters. One whiff of this stuff and they're gonna tear each other apart, and then they'll spill into the good human neighborhoods where we'll be waiting to stop them. Just watch and wait, mongrel. Stahl gives you a broad grin. It'll be a bloodbath. The only bloodbath that's gonna happen is right here in this room. The smile fades from his face. I've heard just about enough insolence from you. I might just have my men teach you some manners. The sound of hurried footsteps echoes down the hallways behind you. The Humanist leader smiles, and as luck would have it, here they come now. Dietrich's eyes go wide. He takes a step towards the nearest gunman. Alexander? Uncle Dietrich? The youth blinks in surprise. He half lowers his weapon. Shoot him, Alexander. The man is an intruder and a traitor. He can't come here to do us harm. If you're gonna put a shell in someone, put it in Stahl. He's a monster, Alex. I know that you can see that. The Humanist gunmen flanking Stahl exchange uncertain glances. One begins to raise her pistol, but hurriedly lowers it when the Humanist leader steps forward. Stahl fixes Alexander with a stern gaze. You swore an oath to us, Alexander. You will be a man and keep it. Don't let him pressure you, boy. I'm not a boy, and he's right. I did swear an oath. I owe Humanists. They took me in when nobody else would. Taught me to be strong. No, Alex, what these pigs are teaching you, it ain't strength. Come with me, and I'll take you under my wing. Show you what real strength is. This traitor associates with mongrel filth. If you listen to him, you will be betraying your people. I don't know what to do. It's up to you, Alex, but you have to make a choice. If you betray your kind to join these metal lovers, we will put you down, boy. You hear that? We will kill you. Uncle Dietrich, Shakily, he raises his rifle and levels it at Dietrich's head. No, I'm gonna trust him. The barrel of rifle trembles in Alexander's arms. I'm sorry. Dietrich looks eyes with his nephew, and his voice is low and soft. Do what you have to do, Alex. It's your choice. Do it, you stupid boy. Do it. Without a word, Alexander wheels and points the rifle at Stahl. The Humanist leader recoils in alarm. Alexander levels his weapon, and then all hell breaks loose. Yeah, okay. I'm glad we were right to trust him. That brightens me a little bit. Oh, you motherfucker. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is self-advanced med kit. How dare. Yes, we are going to have to fight our way out. I will fight our way out smart. Attack programs kind of suck. I need to see if we can get him some upgrades. Sweet. That goes away for the time being. That's ours, because this is why I like bringing Dexters around, so we have a little bit of technological utility. Because now, those guys out there might have an unpleasant surprise in the form of some turns. Ow, you dick. The first thing we're going to do is summon our attacker program. This thing has to get, like, right up on them. Security cameras too. This way, and then we've got one last room to clear. Ow. A-holes. No. We don't want to emergency jack out, because that could just fry us. You don't want another instance. Come on, hit him. There we go. You to get right up on this one and just start slamming on it. Ooh, that's the armory door I have. Damn. Kill him. Probably just keep running into what we've been running into. Hit. Let's go. Turrets are still doing work. You over here. I want you to pull out your shotgun. I want you to watch the door. I'll let you do trick. Back here. You can't overwatch either. Iger, please tell me at least you can overwatch. Alright, now we're gonna have to end it. Ha! Get him, Iger. That one next. Alrighty. Should have this. At least I'm feeling pretty comfortable, or pretty confident about our chances. Oh right, we still haven't. No, I didn't take that one out. Come on, attack program, take him out. There we go. Nope. Back in there. Want loot. All the loot. Let's go. Alright, now we can get out of here. Yep, confirm. Crit for 11 damage. First up. Iger. Get another shot at that guy. It's fair. Iger, set up Overwatch down yonder. Alright, Dietrich. I want you to cast haste on Doc. And then you can... Oh, that costs both your things. Alright, you just need to get back up here, homie. Alright, first I want you to go right here. To go back that turret up. Alexander, you're gonna go down here. I feel fairly comfortable with that because you got Iger watching over you. Yeah, they're gonna try to destroy the turret now. Alright, we still got 3 movement to help propel us into the battle. Go into that guy. Missed. Alright. Homie, I just want you to get up here and get within spellcasting range. Iger, it's time for you to start moving too. I want you. Now, I want you two to trade off, and I want you. Oh, you can't do that. Yeah, fair enough. I want you to go around this way then, I guess. Alexander, I want you to get up here. And can you see anybody? You cannot. If that's the case, then I want you back behind here. Hey. Wow, you just killed your own dude. spread out though, because that guy likes throwing nades. Yeah. Start dumping around some of that idiot. You over here. Can you see anybody? Yep. I hate you so much. Oh, lordy. Aw, damn. Oh, no. Damn. That's sad. Okay, so... you... cast this right here, since you can't kill him. Okay, I want you, your face to not turret. Aw, Sag, I think we're dead. Aw, Sag. Yep. Doc is dead. No. I think this is our first death in any of the Shadowrun games. Load last save. Alright, let's see if we can run through this real quick. Part did it auto save us at? Yeah, pick up. We're just gonna skip through this real quick. Well, that was a whoopsie daisy. Alright, so first we're gonna need to medkit up. First, Dietrich, I want you to cast haste on the dock. Then I want you to hit a medkit on yourself. Go up. Slash edge. Zoom out a little bit. I put 2 in that fool. Actually put 1 in that fool and then put 1 in that fool. Just want to clean house as quickly as possible. Good shots, good shots. That one. There, attack that one. Shoot her. Shoot him. Double nerve bolt hits. Good shit, Dietrich. What? There we go. I want you to go jack into this. You're an asshole. Oh, 3 AP still. Just swing, swing, swing. Good old spin to win. Still alive from that? Wow. How do you move there then? Jack in. Burp. There we go. Alright, let's try to speedrun these. This one first. I think this one was turret control. Because we want turret control up first. Miss. Ow, you asshole. Hit this fucker twice. Come on, take him out. Damn. Ow. Okay, we're gonna need to kill ourselves after this. This guy needs to get up close, unfortunately. And that's not who I meant to fire at, but okay. Hey, we got a hit anyway. I'll take it. That. Like that. Then we want to go right. Security cameras. These guys are hitting a lot more than they did the first time. I don't like it. No, 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 no. Do not want to do that. Okay. Why does it keep teleporting me out of the room every time? Security cameras are ours now. Back out, and then last one, the tough room. Get our attacker program up. Percent chance to take that. Probably should have just moved, huh? No, we'll see. Okay, hit that thing next, because that thing hits like a truck. Cube, what are you gonna do? Thinking. Yeah. Shred him down. Go, Doc, go. 13 damage. Tiger. You need all the way over here. Xander. You get all the way over here. Asshole. No, don't kill me. Alright, back in cyberspace. There. Nope. There. 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 Hit. Alright, should be able to take him out next round. So yeah, he doesn't kill either of us in a single hit. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hack this real quick, and then my boy here needs to... Yep. Safe. Doc needs to get back. All the way back here. No, damn it, that's not what I meant to do. Whatever. I just need to come over here and defend Doc. You need to just start running up because we need more bodies. Get cover behind here. Okay, so pop all the drugs. Yeah, they don't know what to do. We want to haste Doc, because he is going to go long. Fucker likes throw grenades, so we're gonna try to take him out first. Alright, they took out the turret finally. Alright, let's see if we can soften our entry, so to speak. Actually, let's beat him with his own weapon. Move up right here. Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Sag. Should still be fine though. Hey, asshole. Load. it out, but just by the skin of our teeth. Plus 6 HP, it's better than nothing. Alexander, you're still at full health and shit, so we're gonna have you two go up front. Tiger, I want you up here providing Overwatch. And you, I want to get up here. Past Hernez's. Here, I want you right here, ready to provide Overwatch. Weird, because he totally has enough AP to get there. Let's pass around again. I want to do some scouting with these two first. Up here. You run up here. Tiger, I want you to watch the doorway. This for you. Now you can run all the way over here. Oh, wow, that was stupid. Actually kind of hard. Take. You just need to hurry about this up here. You're probably gonna want to go right there. You can go over here. I think range is how we're gonna beat these guys. We hit on the 50-50, but not on the 63%. We're just gonna pass for a round. As soon as Doc can pop that med kit, we'll be fine. Alright, so Iger. Here for 1 AP. Who can you see, Iger? Pop that guy. Shouldn't have did that. Shouldn't have did that. Give it to him. Give it to the dwarf. Get up here because you're gonna go Russian slash up next turn. Iger can't see anybody, so I want to move you a little further over so you can see that guy. Let's get this guy up here. Maybe risky, but yeah, let's see. Of course, there's more. How many more? All the more. Alrighty. Come on. Run it out. Ow, fuck, that hurt. Dude. Okay, not looking great. Fuck, I think Iger's gonna have to make the run for it. Let's hope there's a trauma thing in there. Phew. Alrighty, well that barely saved us. There we go. Do you have anyone you can bolt? You cannot bolt anyone. How is he not alive? I'm gonna keep a stack of people that I cannot care less about. So I shouldn't have equipped that. Alrighty, well, we're going to have to pick this up later, and we will come back after we've settled this matter. Alright, well, thank you to everyone who watched. Have a wonderful day, and see you next time.